Hello, everybody. Happy New Year 2022. Hope everyone enjoyed their end of the year and is ready and strong for this new year. There are a lot of things coming our way for the year of 2022, and we just have to put our seatbelts on and enjoy the ride. Very bumpy ride. But today I am going to discuss another topic, and I think a lot of people can relate to this topic. And I, including myself, uh, can relate as well to what I'm going to go ahead and talk about today. So today we are going to talk about why people do not believe or have lost confidence in the church. What I mean is, why do people, to be specific, lose confidence in a religion? You know, we find ourselves going to a certain church or reading a certain book or following practicing a certain religion, that at the end of the road it leads you to zero accomplishments in your life. So today we're going to discuss that and what the problem is, and I'm going to give you the solution on why this is happening. So this is for all backgrounds, you know, not just Christian people, or, you know, this is going to maybe help you, especially because, you know, we're going through some very tough times around the world with the whole COVID situation, you know, all these new plagues, diseases, whatever you want to call, that are going and spreading. So I think it's very important that we touch this subject because a lot of people need guidance, are looking for answers, and they can't find them. And today I'm going to go ahead and hopefully this will help you. So anyways, I have my notes here because actually I was just, you know, thinking about this. Well, actually God gave me this topic to talk about. So anyways, so the reason that this is occurring is because, you know, people search for a higher power. Okay, the reason that we go to church, the reason that we follow a religion is to search for that higher power in hopes to find a God that is going to help you with any situation in your life, because that's what a religion or a specific God is supposed to help you with. You're supposed to be able to go to that God, whichever one you praise, whether it's Buddha, whether it's Mohammed, or the Muslim people that call him Allah, which means God, whether it's the Hindu, that I'm not sure, I'm not familiar, but the Indian people praise the one with the red dot. Whatever it is, the end goal is to go to that God, and that God is supposed to help you. Okay? So for example, the Catholic, the priest, because a lot of people, I don't know, that's the most one that can come to my mind. So for example, you're the Catholic priest, right? You're going to church to find God. So the Catholic priest throws on his black robe and his white collar, right? So this man is supposed to, when you go to this church, this man is supposed to give you peace, right? That's why you're going to the church. This man is supposed to provide stability. This man is supposed to provide healing of a disease or addiction, whatever it is. You rely on that person or that organization, the church that you're attending, for this to happen, to see a change in your life. Okay? So that's why, we go to wherever we go in hopes, or, let me go to that church to see if, there's something there for me. There's an answer to all my problems. So see, that's where there's an issue. So if you are looking for a God and you go to that church, yes, it's a regular person who's just wearing the costume. So no, he's not going to be able to heal whatever you're going through. He's not going to be able to do that. He does not have the capability of making your problems go away. And that's where people are driven away. They don't want to have nothing to do with the church. They say, I go there and nothing has changed. That's because you're looking in the wrong place. You're not supposed to put your trust on a man. You're supposed to put your trust on God, because God has that supernatural power. And the thing is with people is that they do not see. A lot of people don't believe in the supernatural. They don't believe that there is a higher power and that he has the answers to all your problems. They don't believe in that. So they go to a man who's exactly like you and me to find this help, to find this healing. When I'm sorry, but 100% of the religions, you will not find healing. That's why you go into the church and you go out feeling the exact same way. I remember when I was 13, folks, I was sitting at a Catholic church, and again, my parents were not religious at all. They used to just go for the hell of it, okay? And we used to go probably like 3 times a year, so that's not that, when someone says, oh, what are you, Catholic? And you don't even know what Catholicism is. You just go because, or you say you are because your parents say that they were. So it's just a little pattern that goes on and on and on, and there's no connection to God or the higher power that you're looking for. So anyways, I used to go to the church, and I remember one time I was sitting there. I was 13 years old, and I said to myself, I was like, there has to be a purpose why we're here. That's all I said. And I said, I come here, I come here, I step into this church, but then I walk out and I'm feeling the same exact thing. I don't feel any peace. I don't feel nothing. It's just, I'm stepping into, it's like going into the grocery store. It's a building. The church is a building, with a bunch of saints around it. It doesn't do anything. You're not going to feel any different, folks. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So people go to these organized religions, buildings, whatever it is, to find that higher power. And I am going to tell you here, no, you're not going to find it. You're not going to find that peace. And, I've talked to many people that say, oh yeah, I'm Catholic. And they say, oh yeah, I pray to the Virgin Mary. And, she answers my miracle. That's not true. You're lying. They're lying. They're lying to the core. Okay? No one, let me tell you, no God can give you blessings. There's only 2 that I've mentioned that can provide that to you. One is you have to sell your soul, like I've mentioned, is Satan. Yes, he can give you blessings. That's one. And the other that can give you blessings is God, which, his blessings is going to require to work your butt off. But with Satan, it's the easy way, the road to destruction. Okay? there's no discipline there. He just gives you what you want, and then you don't appreciate it, and you still end up miserable. So yes, you're looking in the wrong place, guys. You're not going to find this, okay? Going to a church, you're not going to find it. So that's where I want to explain that to you. So the only way that you are going to be able to find this higher power, God, is if you know, repent from your sin. Because here's the thing, folks, if you are going to want to see changes in your life, well, actually, I'm not going to talk about that. I just want to make this clear that I'm just telling you right now, you're not going to find peace by going to an organized organization or church. You're not going to find it. Or if you're going to have a happy hour, coffee happy hour with church people and expect to, you know, yes, it helps to be around people and talk about, you know, God and everything, but then you're back to yourself at home, and you're feeling again depressed, you know, addiction, things go. So that's not the solution, right? Your little group is not providing the healing. So the mistake that people make is they're looking for healing in man, not in God. Man cannot provide you with the 100% healing how God can. See, the definition of God is a supernatural being. He has supernatural power. He's the only one that can make changes in your life. So the more you look for solutions for a man to heal, or your little group that you're going to, or the organization, you're not going to find it, because the mistake is you are looking for saving in man. We do not, no human being has the capability to provide you with healing, because we ourselves are broken. Okay, the only thing we can provide to you is give you advice, you know, things of that nature, but it's up to you at the end of the day to have that connection with God, or to try to find God. Okay, someone can tell you, give you their testimonies all day long, what God has done. You know, they can give you guidance and say, hey, you know, I did this. This is what works for me. Or, you know, say, for example, if somebody comes to me and says, damn, you know, they're not going to say that, but I could just tell when, you know, I talk to them and I haven't seen them in a while. You could just see their expression of face, like saying, damn, Denise has been through so much in her life, and it looks like she hasn't been through anything, you know, from the out, you know, whatever, from whatever they could see the outside or whatever. But it's like, no, it takes work, folks, to get to the level of being where I'm at. It takes a lot of work, like I've mentioned. Okay, this wasn't an easy peasy. It had to take me to humble myself and admit that I was wrong in many areas of my life. And then until you humble yourself before God and admit, you know what, I am not a perfect person. I have hurt people. I am willing to get to know God. That's when the change is going to occur, when you humble yourself and you open up yourself spiritually. A lot of other people say, oh, it's your third eye, whatever they want to call it, whatever. But that's not what I call it. Okay, here's the thing, this is how it's going to change for you, how you're going to have that connection if you would like to have it with God, because everybody has that connection. Your intuition, you know, that is speaking to you. If there's something wrong, if you feel an energy off of this person, that it's like, okay, that's God telling you. Don't tell everything about this person. Don't tell everything to this person about yourself, because it's not a good idea. Okay, so listen to that. That's God speaking to us. We're all connected to him. So that's the thing. Um, you have to open up yourself spiritually in order to hear God, to be connected to God. If you're not willing to admit there's another dimension out there, that there are spirits and demons and demonic entities that are after your spirit, and that angels exist, let me tell you, you are never, let me make this clear, you are never going to see changes in your life. You are never going to hear from God. It's always going to be, you're always going to go back to square eight. You know, those people that are always, for example, right here in the new year, oh yeah, I'm going to start working out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then and then February comes and then it's over. They stop. There's no motivation. That's exactly how it is when you go to a church. You're all excited and then you don't see any changes. So the motivation and enthusiasm, you have to open up yourself spiritually. You have to humble yourself and ask. And like I always tell you, you don't have to go to a church and do this. You can do it by yourself somewhere and just ask, is there a freaking God out there? Is there something else that I'm not seeing? Can you please open up my eyes? You don't have to tell everybody what you're going to do. And then most of the time, when you get to that situation, God will speak to you some way or somehow, and you have to pay attention because everything happens for a purpose every single day. And like I said, I've given so many testimonies to you on how God has worked in my life. If you guys see my videos that I post here, and it still continues. Once you could see the spiritual realm, folks, it's over. It's hard to go back to your normal life. It's over. Once your spiritual life is open, you can read people who are wicked. God will give you the discernment and he'll say, no, like, that's it. Like, and the reason that he gives you the discernment to know what person you should be around, what person you should not be around, this is why you need to open your spiritual, brain, your spirit, because in the physical, you can't see this. Going to the church in the building is not going to open your spiritual thing. It's what's in the word, what's in the Bible. Okay, God is a person of power. Okay, God has a power that no one doesn't have. Okay, I want you to go and read, because this is exactly, I'm just going to give you this Bible verse that you guys can go ahead and, read just that paragraph to understand what God is. Like, he's just telling you straightforward, I move the mountains, I make it rain. Like, how more does that specific get to you? How specific do you want that to be? Okay, so go ahead and read Job 30, chapter 36:27. I mean, it's pretty plain and simple. So yes, that's all I wanted to tell you guys. Stop thinking that you're gonna find God in a church or in a religion. It's not gonna start. It has to be spiritual, folks. You have to be able to open up yourself to the spiritual realm. Okay, most churches right now are not teaching this. They don't teach it. All they teach is mumbo jumbo. Oh, don't sin. Oh, do this and do that and you'll receive blessings. It's way more than that. It's way more than that. Okay, they don't tell you that. They don't tell you like, oh yeah, I had a dream and then this happened because I had that dream and it happened. They don't tell you that. Well, guess where that dream is coming from? It's coming from God. He is warning you. So if you don't pay attention to those things, They don't want to, they talk about how, oh yeah, David was hearing from God, but what they're missing is, you know what? We ourselves can be a David. We ourselves can be an Esther. We ourselves can be a Daniel. Okay? Everybody has that connection with God. It's really up to you if you want to open up yourself spiritually and go into those other dimensions, you know, and not care when you're actually being attacked by a freaking demon in the dream. That's because you're actually being attacked and you wake up all frantic and sweating and crying. That's not a joke, folks. And this is what they don't speak at the church. So that's why there's an issue. That's why people, don't believe in the higher supernatural realm. Okay, so this is what you need to do. You need to open up yourself spiritually, humble yourself, and say, you know what, I've made mistakes and I'm ready to work with you, God, so we can get the fruit out of it. Get the, and I'm gonna tell you something, guys. This is how I know everybody knows that there is a change in me. Because it's evident. People are gonna know there's a change in you. You're even gonna look different physically. A lot of people don't even recognize me when they see me. It's like, holy crap, that's a whole different other person, because it's spiritual. It's spiritual. It begins inside, and whatever you carry inside is gonna glow out in the open. Okay? So if you're carrying a bunch of anger, unforgiveness, it's going to show in your physical, okay? Your skin, it's going to show. So it's inedible. Like, when you give yourself, once God is going to transform you, he's going to transform you in the inside, and then it's going to show on the outside. So that's why when people see me, they're like, holy crap, I don't even recognize her, And sometimes people are like, damn, she's pale or whatever. But it's like, yeah, because before I was, insecure, or I was, a little bit of my skin color, like, and I used to tan for hours, folks. I used to tan so many hours. It was so bad. I used to tan when the sun was hella hot. And and people thought that was my color. That I was dark like that. But it's like, no, but God says no. You need to be happy with the color you have. And as a matter of fact, I made you to be who you were. So that's what I'm saying, folks. A lot of those things that you carry inside, whatever it is, it's going to show on the outside. So if someone is bitter and jealous and envious, it's going to show. It's going to show on the outside. So, and a lot of people that are truly followers of God, you could see a glow. You could see this different persona. Like, you just can't explain it, And a lot of the time, people that are truly with God, he blesses them with youth. That's one of the blessings. You look younger of your age. So they say, yeah, the fountain of youth. The fountain of youth is God. So if you follow the steps, everything in the Bible, you do what it says, you're going to see the effects in your life. You're going to see changes, and people are going to notice it just like they notice it with me. They don't say anything, because they don't, when people see that you're thriving, or you're looking great, or you have success, they're not going to tell you and be like, oh my God, congratulations, you look amazing. No, not one person has came up to me and said that. It's like, I don't want to hear it, but I know that it's obvious, the change is obvious, but they don't want to say it. Who knows why? But who cares? But that's how I'm saying, guys. That's how you're going to find true God. You're going to have to open yourself spiritually, humble yourself, and admit you've made mistakes, and let God lead you and hear from him spiritually. So the way that you're going to hear from him spiritually is you got to get rid of the sin. God will not, I repeat, will not be able to communicate you if you have if you're putting things of the world first, which is sin. And every sin is in the Bible. Everything. It's not just the 10 Commandments, folks. It goes farther than that. I mean, there's so much information. Read the book of Proverbs. It talks a lot about, look, right here, I just opened it. I'm going to read it. Psalm 37, do not fret because of evil men, or be envious of those who do wrong. For like the grass, they will soon wither. Like green plants, they will soon die away. So what does that God say? Don't be envious of people who do wrong. In other words, they get money by lying, how they obtain their finances. And then you're here sitting to yourself saying, oh my God, I wish, I had all that money. How is he doing it? It's like, you don't know what he's doing. He's lying to people, and that's how he's getting his income. So you can't be envious of people. You have to get rid of that. That is the number one sin that prevents from people to grow. I am telling you right now, that is the number one sin that prevents from people or God to work in your life. You must get rid of that envious spirit. You cannot compare yourself to others. You cannot. If you are doing that, you are never going to grow. The minute that you stop comparing yourself to others, and it says that in the Bible, and you focus on yourself, and you focus, then you are going to reap results. Then you're going to see, okay? Then you're going to see what he does. Here's another one. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Sometimes we want everything so fast. You want to see results, like in the fitness world. These women think that they want to have these bodies and they get surgery or whatever. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to go ahead and get surgery, go ahead, but you can obtain those results with working out. You can make your booty, by going to the gym and hitting those hams. But it's going to take time. It's not going to come fast. Okay? It's not going to. So this is what God says. You have to be still and patiently wait for him. It's not an easy process, folks. It requires a lot of patience, but let me tell you, you will see the results. So it says, do not fret when men succeed in their ways. Again, don't get mad when they succeed in their ways. That's not your business. That's not your business why that person has a nice home and how he was able to obtain. That's not your business. That's why you're still living in the hood, because you are so worried why that person has what he has. That's not your business. When they carry out their wicked schemes. Do not fret when men succeed and when they carry out their wicked schemes. So, sorry, that didn't mean what I said, but that it's true. That still falls into the envious. Like, why do they have everything? Why this and why that? But do not fret when men succeed in their ways. That means like when they carry their wicked schemes, like, don't be upset when someone like does something to you that hurt you, or, really like someone keyed your card. Like, don't worry about it. God's going to take care of that person. And I have a testimony for you, but I'm not going to, I don't know if I should share it, but anyways, I'm just saying, folks, open up your spiritual eyes. Let God speak to you spiritually. That's the only way, okay? Because we are entering some times where you're going to have to hear God. He's going to have to give you instructions on what to do. Because let me tell you, the vaccine crap is not going away. And as I've been reading is that they want to start chipping people to track who has the vaccine and who doesn't. And what does it say in the Bible? I've spoken about the chip. Go look at my video 666. A lot of people say, you know what? Well, we are already using the chip, in our cards. It's in the cards when we tap, everything's digital. Yes, that is correct. But the difference is it's not in your body, in your hand or in your forehead. That's the difference. Once that thing enters your body, it's over. Okay? It's over, guys. So we need to be in a position where we're going to be able to hear God speaking directly to you, because there's certain instruction that he's going to give to you that he's not going to give to the other people that are not walking with him. What if he tells you, you got to get the hell out of your aunt's house because she's not with me? And if you're so caught up over here thinking that the church and the pastor is going to give you this information, you're going to be screwed. So you have to open up yourself spiritually to be able to communicate. You have to look around like, okay, this happened today for a reason. I asked God the other day for this and he made it happen. Thank you, God. So, that's how it is. It's really quite simple. It's up to you, though, at the end of the day, if, you want to enter that realm of spiritualness. And it is a lonely, I'm not going to say it's a good life, but it's a very, you walk alone a lot. You don't have that many friends. I'll tell you that much. In fact, I have 0 friends. I mean, yeah, I talk to acquaintances here and there, but that I go and say, hey, let's go have some coffee. And I talk to someone on the phone. I do not have any friends, folks. Okay. I'm perfectly okay because I have my daughter, but it would be nice to have one friend that is real and not fake, but see, that's the thing. Once you open up to the spiritual realm, you're going to find out who's fake and who's not. And you're going to have to make a decision to cut them off. You know what I mean? Because the people that you surround yourself with too also has a huge impact on your choices. And sometimes it's better not to have friends so you can grow. Okay, so God, I'm telling you, I had to cut off a lot of friends because it's like, dude, I'm not into that anymore. I'm trying to grow, personally, whatever it is. If I would have stayed like that with those people around me, guess what? I wouldn't be here where I'm at. I wouldn't be here. Okay, I wouldn't have accomplished my goals, my fitness goals, whatever it is, my peace, because at the end of the day, it's, you have to be happy with yourself. No one else is going to provide that happiness. It's like a lot of women like us, like a lot of women say, and I'm going to tell you because you guys, men, see me here, so I'm going to give you a little bit of insight on the women. A lot of women say, oh my God, if I find this man, he's going to make me happy. He's going to take care of me financially, all this. A lot of women think that way. But guess what? Yes, you find that man that is going to take care of you financially, whatever, but they're still miserable. They're still miserable. They're not happy. And they're still comparing themselves to Susie. Why does Susie have a better car than me? Why does her husband give her? It's like, it's the same crap. Like, you're not happy. So guess what? You have to find that spiritual power with God, and he will make you find that fulfillment. He's the only one that can provide that happiness in your life, that contentment, that say, damn, I am content with my life. Because when you're driving to the grocery store, guess what? Sometimes, you're by yourself and you feel miserable, and you turn on the radio just to feel like somebody's there. But it's like, why can't you drive with the radio off for a little bit? Why? Because your inner self is not at peace. You're not at peace. You're not happy. You don't have that connection with God. And when you find that connection with God, that's when everything changes. You can drive in your car with no sound because you're in tuned with God and he's providing that peace. But yeah, no, women, 99% of these relationships don't work out because of women. are not happy. They always want more and more and more and expect more from their husband, when it's like, no, you should be happy if he has a little apartment, a nice apartment for you. He's paying the bills. You guys are going out to, that's a freaking blessing. Stop comparing yourself to the Johnsons or the Juarez or the Sanchez or whatever the hell you're comparing yourself to. So, yeah, folks, I just wanted to tell you that you're not going to find no fulfillment in going to these churches, okay? Whatever religion you are, I'm speaking to you today. You're going to have to open yourself up and ask, where and who is God by yourself? Who, and please show me the true God. Show me, because I need to get there. I need to get to the next level of success, or whatever. And I'm talking about success, not financially. I'm talking about you being happy with yourself, being content, and then everything's going to fall into place once God shows you, who he is and your purpose. Everything's going to flow out naturally. Yes, it's going to be hard. I'm not saying it's not going to be difficult, okay? It's a process. It's like when you catch the fish, like this lady that said that, she says, when you catch the fish, it needs some cleaning. There's some scales that need to be removed. There's some dirt. That's exactly what's going to happen to you. It's a progress. Slowly, God is going to bloom you into the person that you were meant to be. And everybody's going to go like, whoa, what the, like, who is this person? What the hell? Like, there's no way this is who he was before. And then now we have this product. Like, that's exactly what's going to happen. There has to be a change. Like, have you seen those people that go to the church and they're still doing the same damn thing, folks? The same damn thing, still chatting it up. Oh, yeah. And then there's no progress. Okay, another way, I'm going to tell you another way to tell if that person is, there's a lot of things, but this is how I can tell when a person is truly with God or has some kind of peace, is when everything is very neatly in their home. If their home is clean and very organized, that means that person is at peace. But if the home is always messy, their spirit is not at peace. Okay, that's why I always notice, like, when you get into a car and it's clean, or I'm just saying, there's times where of course you're going to have a messy house or a messy car, but not all the time. Not all the time. It's not supposed to be messy 24/7. So if you see those signs for those person that it's messy, that means their spirit is not, it's not well. It's not with God. Okay. So anyways, I'm just going to leave you with that, folks. I hope I made my point clear. And again, until next time we meet, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Okay. Bye.